Okay, so if a person point blank asks...
Exactly, because they're going to find out.
If you have children, you should say yes. Okay? You should say yes, and then you should keep it moving from there. Okay? Now, would you volunteer the information of you having children? No. Yes, I said no. And the reason why is because focus predators. Okay? A person will try to progress a relationship with you to have access to your children. Okay? And y'all...
I have never...
Winner go home is the mantra, and off we go. We're underway in this NFC wildcard game. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. A play fake, and now Herbert to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran it a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30. First carry for Raheem Mostert. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be 3rd down. Maybe I'm wrong, but it looked like even if he had opted to keep that, I don't think there was going to be much to gain.
Seemed like it was perfectly defense, and know what they say. Those guys on the other side, they get paid too.
Now it's Herbert. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
That was their first 3rd down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key 3rd down throws.
They snap it to Herbert. Finds the open man. It's Mike Williams. And he is going to have an Eagles first down, as that'll be a gain of 15 on 4th. How about them biting off 15 yards there on the 4th down attempt and keeping the drive alive? Play action this time for Justin Herbert. Pressure brought in, and the Falcons get there for the sack. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. Another try after the first down sack. Herbert over the middle, complete. It's Hopkins.
They gave up the completion there, but this is what zone defenses count on. Catching the ball and not much run after the catch.
7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down. Back to throw here, Herbert. That's complete once again to Hopkins. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. A big play there as they get the conversion on 3rd and 13.
And that's well executed there on 3rd down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for a first down.
From Falcon territory now, here's 1st and 10, down at the 31.
Herbert takes it and just pops it forward.
And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Got it here at the 29 on 2nd and 8.
Play action. It's Herbert. And he's going to be taken down back around the 35-yard line.
That time, multiple defenders getting pressure, and it's a loss of 6. They'll make that a 2nd sack here on their first drive out defensively, and not to get ahead of ourselves, but they're on pace for double-digit sacks at this point.
Well, they're going to have to find a way to tamp that down, aren't they? So if you're the play caller, you're telling your quarterback maybe some screens, maybe some draws, hard count, use your voice inflection a little bit, anything to try and slow that pressure down.
They'll bring a receiver in motion left. And pressure coming, and they got him once again.
More than one defender there, and that's a loss of 5 on the sack.
The 3rd sack this offensive line has allowed this first quarter.
Yeah, that puts him on pace. Let me do the rudimentary math here. To be sacked 12 times in a game, I know he's not going to go for that. I wonder if it's going to reshape what they decide to do on offense in terms of play calling.
Well, I can tell you what, when he popped up, shaking his head, frustrated right now behind center.
Every possession in the postseason magnified, and look, it's just the opening drive. They didn't get the touchdown they wanted, but at least they got on the board.
They got on the board. They've got their home crowd into it as well. And remember, in the playoffs, the game slows down a little bit, so every point is precious.
This is taken just shy of the 10, and he won't quite make it to the 25.
On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes.
He'll drop this down to Johnson underneath.
And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run.
A great job there, and that old cliche, taking what the defense gives you, comes right into play. Nothing too out of the ordinary about the throw. Just a little dump off over the middle. But what is out of the ordinary is what he did with it after the catch. Not only did he grab the ball, but how about the significant yardage he picked up after he pulled it in? We'll put a check mark in the box where the defense coordinator was saying, how well can we stay with these receivers if we're in man coverage? Because he just did it on that one, force the incompletion. That allowed him to get bolder with his pass rush, won't it?
Absolutely, frees up your guys elsewhere. Mahomes again here on 2nd and 10. That ball caught by the former Toledo Rocket, Deontay Johnson. His first catch of this wild card game, and it's good for a first down.
Well, I think when they look at their offense, they think to themselves, weapons, weapons everywhere, and they want to move the ball around. They want to spread it to different people, but you absolutely know they want to get this man involved as well, and that's what they just did on that play.
And again, it's Mahomes.
Again, it's Johnson.
And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down.
4 consecutive passes to begin this opening drive, and you can't argue with the results. They've already driven it into the red zone and a fresh set of downs here to play with.
Which means there's a lot of trust by the play caller, by the quarterback, the receivers, you name it. Everyone locked in, everyone doing their job.
And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Ty Johnson, an 18-yard touchdown run. And the Falcons have answered that early field goal to take a first-quarter lead. Point after, up and good. And that makes it a 7-3 lead. After one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. Last time out, you remember their drive stalled, but thanks to their kicker, booted a long field goal to at least get them 3. Now here they'll try to do better and find the end zone.
And in our experience, how much fun is it for coaches to know that they've got a kicker who can nail it from long distance? Now the hard part is, as an offensive play caller, you don't want that in your head too much where you're relying on it, and he goes out and gets the job done for them. But I'm quite sure he would be content to just kick extra points from here on out.
Yeah, absolutely no question. I think his teammates would be okay with him just kicking the extra points as well. And the Falcons get there. The Falcons get the sack. Down he goes. George Karlaftis in there to get him. It's a loss of 5.
We said it before the game, and I think it's still apparent. If these guys are going to advance in these playoffs, they're going to have to wreak some havoc coming off the edge.
Yeah, wild card round. They told us the wild card could be that defensive pressure. They showed it there.
Let's go.
The Eagles on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 14. Justin Herbert looking to pass. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is a defense that's certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
On 4th down, Herbert. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. A surprising move to go for it, predictably, at least somewhat predictably. It doesn't pay off. And now possession will go over inside the 15-yard line.
Yellow.
Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
Yellow. 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 Hey, 43.
Looking to throw is Mahomes. And that is caught. Touchdown, Falcons. Deontay Johnson, a 14-yard touchdown. And the Falcons are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and that pushes the lead up to 11. Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They've got to be a little shell-shocked. Down double digits at home in the playoffs. Still in the first half. They've got to turn things around quickly. Right off the bat, it's a 1st down to start the drive, 12 yards.
We often talk about understanding the playbook, understanding progressions, and understanding what the defense is doing. We saw all of that on that play. Great recognition and understood where his running back was going to be. Found a way to have him leak out underneath, hit him with the football, and they picked up the 1st down.
From the 45 on second down. Herbert trying to get it to Williams, but it's intercepted. Julian Love picks it. And the Falcons are going to take possession of the football.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively, not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
Hey, 43.
A first down carry here for Johnson. And he stopped immediately there. There to make the tackle, Khalil Mack.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Now here's Mahomes. This one caught by Kittle. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. First catch of this wild card game for a 1,000-yard receiver in the regular season. He's got a first down, too.
Oh, a lot of credit to the play caller here. He saw the design in his mind and implemented it. A little zone stretcher here because they started the tight end on the left side of the formation and sent him on a crossing route. And this works really well when you can find that space between levels, and they were able to do so for good yardage.
Mahomes' throw complete there to St. Brown. And he is out of bounds, getting it down to the 10. A short gain of just over 2 yards as the first half clock dips inside of 3 minutes. 7 yards left for second down. Ball at the 10. He'll go right back to St. Brown. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down.
Hey, 15. Hey, Sunday. Hey, 57 colors.
Now Mahomes. And this is caught for a Falcon touchdown. Amon-Ra St. Brown. A 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Falcons continue to pull the playoff surprise as they lead big here on the road. Extra point right down the middle. And the lead is up to 18 now. Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
Nowhere to go for Herbert, and he's going to go down. Multiple defenders get to him there, and that is the 6th time he's been sacked in this ball game. 2 minutes to play here in this first half of the NFL playoffs. Coming up at the half, we remind you that we're going to do what we've done all year. We'll get you down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. Coach will have the lowdown of what's going on here in this wild card weekend as we begin the road to the upcoming Super Bowl. 3rd and long, it's Herbert. And that is incomplete. We've seen this offense do some unconventional things thus far, but they couldn't go for it on 4th down here, could they?
Could someone patch us into the head coach's headset? Punt the ball.
Hurt. 60. Warriors, 70.
Here we go on 4th. Herbert got a man open. It's Tyler Higbee. And he is going to have an Eagles first down. And it is a big letdown there defensively. They somehow allow him to convert on 4th and long. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now Herbert with it, looking to pass. Getting this out to the flat, Mostert. And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line.
Now that's the kind of big play you'd like to see. This first half, it hasn't gone their way, and they could use a shot in the arm, something to perk them up a bit. And they get one here in the passing game.
To the air again, Herbert. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Hopkins. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Bryson Hopkins, 44 yards. And the Eagles get a late score here in the final minute of the first half. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And it makes the score 21-10. The Eagle kick team out there now as they run up and send this one away. Pulls it in at the 13. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And just inside of a minute left, Charles, they got a pretty long field ahead of them. I'm curious to see how they play this, but you would think definitely enough time to at least try to get 3 out of this.
Yeah, you want to move with a nice sense of pace. You want to up the tempo a little bit, but you have to do it with some poise as well. You don't want to go so fast that you hurry yourself into mistakes. There's enough time to put points on the board if they do it right.
And even though they have the lead, you know that they would love to extend this lead before heading to the locker room. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
43!
Play action. Now it's Mahomes. Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. Now following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Mahomes now to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up, not that time.
Yellow!
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
15!
Working from the gun, Mahomes eluding the pressure right. Man open, it's St. Brown. He's got it. And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. How about that? They weather the storm of a 3rd and 17 to pick up the first.
15! Hey, 57! Hey, 15! 50, yellow!
Here's Mahomes to throw. And looking for Kittle, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Paulson Adebo. And the Eagles are going to have it here at their own 32-yard line. Well, he's certainly not been afraid to take some chances downfield. Now, look, it's paid off for him a couple of times. That time, not so fortunate.
And that's where I want to start, what you said. It's paid off a couple of times. So his aggressiveness has been good for his offense for the most part. So he throws an interception there. No one likes that, but I would not rein him back in. The return on investment thus far has been pretty good. 2 touchdowns to 1 interception.
They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete.
Certainly no lack of aggressiveness here. They were hoping for the home run play to get them 6 points. They're hoping for a catch, maybe a call, but they figure they can at least get into field goal range with a completion.
The final shot before the break for Herbert. And he's going to go down. Couldn't get a throw off with the pressure. Maybe that was for the best, as that brings us to the end of this first half of play. So we come upon halftime here in this NFC Wild Card. For Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. One of these two teams about to play their final half of the season as we're back at it in this NFC. A short kick. able to take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And they've been the better of the two teams through 2 quarters of play, much to the chagrin of this home crowd.
Yeah, this score is a surprise to a lot of folks at home, although not to my dad. He predicted the visitors would win. And maybe to the folks in the stadium, but you know who is not a surprise to, partner? This team with the football. They were very confident coming in.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Mahomes going to throw. Open man right side is St. Brown. Finding room at midfield. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. 39 yards there, a big one. And CD, we have seen some great runs the last few times we've been together, but I think we can at least put this one in our top 5. That was a determined gallop there.
Yeah, and this defense has had its share of problems getting guys to the ground. And here's another example. They never should have allowed this play to gain as many yards as it did, but poor tackling early in the play led to big yardage after the fact.
And the next-gen stats tell us he took it better than 30 yards after that initial contact. Emmanuel Ogbah finding his way to the ball for a big stop there behind the line of scrimmage.
And plays like that are exactly what this defense needs here early in the second half to give it a little spark. I think their halftime adjustments, what they talked about, maybe it was just a little inspirational speech. Who knows? But looks like they're ready to go.
So the first down run lost a couple. Now they come up 2nd and 12.
Easy.
To throw, it's Mahomes. That'll be caught. It's St. Brown. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. That's good for 28 yards.
And that's a nice job of working his way open down in the red zone. Looked that one in and then made a beeline for the pylon. He didn't quite get there, and you want to give him a little extra for the effort. But instead, he sets his guys up in excellent shape for a 1st and goal.
Shotgun snap to Mahomes. And that is caught. Touchdown, Falcons. John Mechie. A 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Falcons take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead.
Look, we all know that sometimes we see upsets in the wild card round. But I have to tell you, in this case, I did not see that coming.
I don't think anyone in the stadium saw it coming. You and I were coming in before the game. There was a couple in front of us talking about travel plans for next weekend. They might want to cancel those.
Yeah, I would say so, because right now it's looking more and more like they're going to be one and done. They're probably trying to call the hotel and make sure they get their security deposit back.
The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive.
18 Cardinal.
On the ground, it's Mostert to start the drive. And some room to work. And now off to the races down the right side. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Raheem Mostert. 75 yards. And the Eagles get a bit closer. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And the lead is down to 11 at 28-17. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is taken just shy of 10. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. Their lead down to 2 scores after the touchdown a moment ago as they start with a 1st and 10.
Yellow.
Throwing now is Mahomes. Flush to his right. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. And good yardage as he gets this one up to about the 23. And they'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first.
15.
Now flags come flying in. One of the Falcons moved early. Maybe anticipating a blitz, and they jumped.
Yeah, and if we saw it, you know that they saw it. The bad guys might have been coming on that play. Had to pick them up, and they jumped.
So the false start certainly doesn't help matters as they'll try again now. 3rd and long.
Yellow. Attack!
Back to throw here. Now that'll be caught by St. Brown. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. Able to convert on 3rd and 14. A terrific play call.
A nice grab there for a guy coming off a terrific season, one that saw him have over 100 catches.
And when you have that many catches, that means you're a full part of the offense. And let's face it, he's been as good as anyone in the NFL this year. So it figures he's going to play a big role in whether his team can advance in the playoffs.
8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short.
Yellow.
They go to Johnson again. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
But we always talk about good down and distance, allowing offenses to expand their playbook. Well, 2nd and 2, that means your playbook's wide open. You can run just about anything. But a lot of times, the play caller, he just looks down at his sheet, sees the short yardage runs, and goes to one of those.
On 1st down, Mahomes.
That's caught downfield by Kittle.
Touchdown, Falcons. George Kittle, 47 yards, as his guys have opened up a very comfortable lead. Point after, right down the middle. And the lead is up to 18 now.
Here is Wisnowski to boot it away following the touchdown.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25.
Let's go.
Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
On 1st and 10, Herbert. Another completion right back to Patterson.
And down he goes at the 45 after a pickup of 9.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
They'll bring a receiver in motion right. Now a dump off here complete. On the move past the... And shedding the tackle, and now some room. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. 1 quarter remains in this NFC wild card matchup. They'll send a receiver in motion to the right. Herbert on 1st down now. He finds Hopkins complete.
And they're going to get this down inside the 15.
They'll send a receiver in motion to the left.
He's got some room to operate. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. Herbert now. This one left side caught by Patterson. Touchdown, Eagles. Cordero Patterson from 4 yards out. And the Eagles have got it back to a 2-score game here in the fourth. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And that'll make this now an 11-point deficit. The Eagle kick team out there now as they run up and send this one away. Taken from about the 12. And he's going to be out of bounds here right at the 20-yard line. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And they are looking good. A 2-score lead here in this fourth quarter as they hope to capture a spot in the divisional round next weekend. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. A big run there. 29 yards and a first.
Hey, 43. 15.
They keep it on the ground. Mack again. And he'll take this ahead for about 4. Second down coming up. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the fourth quarter. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
Hey, dribble it. Attack. Come on, baby.
Looking to throw is Mahomes. Escaping the pressure right. This one caught by Kittle. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A gain there of 30 big ones.
Frankly, I don't know that this defense knows what to do anymore. Just look at their body language out there. The passing game has absolutely been relentless throughout.
So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down.
Hey, Sunday. Hey, 57. Let's go!
Just a little too lackadaisical, Charles, and they didn't get up and snap the ball in time. Delay of game.
Yeah, and I'm not sure if he understood where the clock was located. In different stadiums, it's in different places. You have to check that in pregame and make sure you're aware so you don't run into penalties like these.
And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
But when you're up by 2 scores in the fourth quarter and you're going to throw the football, expect to see a lot of man coverage because usually what comes along with man coverage is pressure. So if you're a play caller and you want to keep throwing the football, that's fine. Just make sure.
And he gets in. Touchdown, Atlanta. Ty Johnson, his second.